What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we'll be creating a sketch illustration of a skull dragon. Let's begin today's lesson by creating a rough sketch for the shape of the head. We're going to start right in the middle. Starting from the very top, we're just going to lightly work around a circle. Coming down towards the bottom, then back up towards the top. Now the circle doesn't have to be perfect because we'll eventually erase this out. Let's go to the bottom of the circle, draw a straight line going all the way across towards the front of the beak. Now we're going to add a horn across the front. Starting from the end of this line, curve this up and in, and then we'll just taper that down towards that line. Let's round out the top of the muzzle. Starting from the inside of the horn, curve this down and pull that up towards the left side of that circle. Let's add a triangle inside the circle for the eye. Starting on the left side, angle this up and out towards the top, come down and in, and we'll flatten off the bottom. Let's add a few horns along the top of the head. Starting from the top corner of the eye, angle this up and back, and then taper that back down towards the side of our circle. Let's go over towards the left side, towards the top of our circle, draw another one going up, and then angle this down towards the front of the head. Let's open up the jaw. Starting from the bottom of our circle, curve around towards the right, and then back in. Angle the mouth coming down and out towards the left. Now we're going to add a horn across the bottom, coming down and in, and then taper that back up. From the inside of the horn, let's curve the bottom of the head going up and out towards the right. And then we'll round out the jaw and then pull that back in towards our circle. Now we're going to extend the head out towards the neck. Let's start from the top right side of our circle, curve the neck going up and then out. Come down towards the side of the jaw and do the same thing. Now we're going to surround the head with some horns. Let's start from the top of the muzzle, curve this up and forward towards the left, round out the inside, and then pull that down. Let's add a large horn across the back of the head, going up and then out, and then taper that back in towards the jaw. Let's add another large one along the bottom of the jaw, coming out and down, and then taper that back in. Let's add a smaller one in between. And we'll add a few more across the bottom of the head. We'll start down here, we'll round this out, pull that back up. Let's move over, come down and forward, and then back up towards the top. And we'll add one small one in between, coming back towards the right. Let's add another horn in behind the head, going up, just bending that back, and just tucking that back in towards the side of the head. Let's add a row of teeth along the top. We're going to continue this curve, coming down towards the first tooth, taper that back up. Let's add a few smaller ones coming in towards the right. Now I'm going to add a large one, coming forward and down, back up, and add a couple of smaller ones. Let's add two more teeth on the end, curving down towards the left, and then add one more. Let's separate the top of the head. Starting from the bottom of our circle, curve this down, and then up towards the outside of this horn. And then from the top of the second horn, curve this in and then down towards the mouth. Now let's add the teeth along the bottom. Starting from the outside, we'll start with a large tooth going up, pulling that back in. Now I'm going to move over and curve in the opposite direction. Let's add a couple smaller ones in between, going out toward the left and then down. We'll add one more. And we'll add a couple more along the inside. Now that we have our basic sketch, let's add a second level of detail. We're gonna add a curve in between the top and bottom of the neck. So we'll start right here, bring this up and out. And we'll add some textured spines across the top. Coming down and bending that in toward the center line. Step over, and then we'll just repeat this all the way towards the back of the neck. Let's add some spikes in between these lines, going up and then down. And again, just repeating this all the way towards the back of the neck. Now we want to add a curve along the top of each tooth, going up and then down. And then again, just repeating this all the way towards the back. And we'll do the same thing across the bottom. Now I want to add a little bit more shape to the eyes. From the inside corner, just going to curve this around and then back up towards the top of the head. Let's round out that top line, going out towards the right. Let's round out the end and then come down towards the bottom. Once we're happy with the rough sketch, we'll move to the tip of our pencil and start adding some details and refining the shape. Let's start with the top edge of the eye. Just going to darken this up. Work our way towards the top of the eye. Come around the side and then down towards the bottom. Now we're also going to be adding some more detail as we go. I'm just using the sketch underneath as a guide. Just adding a crack underneath, coming down towards the jaw. I'm also going to add some scales across the top of the eye. Just layering this in. And from here, we're just going to work our way across the top of the beak. Now from here, just working our way across the top of the teeth, just adding those sockets, going all the way across. And then we'll trace the teeth along the outside. I'm going to add a few more tusks along the side of the head. I'm going to go back and add some teeth along the back, just tucking these in between. And then using the side edge of our pencil, we'll just darken those up. So we'll start a little bit darker along the top, and then fade that down. And you want to give some shape to the teeth by shading in the right side, and then working our way out toward the left. We'll also shade in these tusks from the bottom and going up towards the top. Now I'm going to fill in the rest of the head with the shading going around the eyes, and all the way across the neck. And we're going to continue to add these shadows to give some shape to the head. So add a shadow on the outside and just blend that in. Now I want to cast the shadow across the inside of the neck from the head, and then just blend that out towards the right. And we'll bring that shadow up towards that seam. darken up that texture across the top of the neck. And now we're just layering some more detail on top of our shading. And as we get near the end, we'll tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a skull dragon. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. You can also drop your request in the comments below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.